There we go. We are live now. All right. So, sorry for any inconvenience, people, earlier. I appreciate everybody coming in and listening and watching and participating in this. We're going to be talking about the media, brainwashing, other people's point of view on that as well, you know, what they think, what they believe, whatever. And just want to say hi to everybody in here so far. XX Mobile, what's up?
Hi, you're live.
Yeah, we're live. What's up, Cliff?
Good.
Okay. So we have Cliff, Darth Kitty, and XX Mobile. And so let's start with the video, and then we can go from there. How about that? All right.
So you're talking about the media is lying to us. That sounds interesting. Better than a flat Earth. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to.
Give you.
Fair enough. I mean, if you don't want to hear it, you know, that's fine. You know, I'm not going to talk about stuff. If you don't want to hear about it, we don't got to talk about it. It's really not a big deal to me. Yeah. No worries.
So how is the media lying to you? You don't believe what they're saying?
All right. So it's not that I don't believe what they're saying. They do tell the truth to a point. But hold on, you guys. You have to keep it down. Hey. Shh. So, wait, I'm going to show you what I mean. I'll show you what I mean. It's better to show you.
Right.
So I'm going to do screen share real quick. All right, here we go. You guys can see it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I see it.
You're traveling to another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
In consumer news, economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Okay. Now I can see
Economic factors
William, you have to mute yourself just until it's over, sweetie. Please. Thank you.
may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year. Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year. Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year. Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year.
Economic factors may take some spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year. Economic factors may take some of the spring out of the Easter Bunny step this year. Economic factors may take the spring out of the step of the Easter Bunny this year. Final days of the campaign can get a little salty.
The final days of the campaign can get a little salty.
The final days of the campaign can get a little salty.
The final days of the campaign can get a little salty.
The final days of the campaign can get a little salty.
The final days of the campaign can get a little salty.
The final days of the campaign can get a little salty.
The final days of the campaign can get a little salty.
The final days of the campaign can get a little salty. The final days of the campaign can get a little salty.
As you probably noticed, the final days of the campaign have been, well, you might call them just a little salty.
How often does your job?
Why are you skipping this?
Our company thinks it has a solution for you. Could this be the end of email overload?
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 Could this be the end of email overload? Could this be the end of email overload? Could this be the end of email overload? Could this be the end of email overload?
Could this be the end of email overload?
Could this be the end of email overload? Could this be the end of email overload?
Could this be the end of your email overload?
Could this be the end of 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 that email overload?
Could this be the end of email overload? Could this be the end of email overload?
Could this be the end of email overload?
Could this be the end of email overload?
Could this be the end of email overload?
Could this be the end to email overload?
Could this be the end of 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 email overlord?
And just a little bit more. Hold on.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest. I scream, you scream, you know the rest. I scream, you scream, you know the rest. I scream, you scream, well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, well, you know the rest. I scream, you scream, well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest. I scream, you scream, we all know the rest. I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, y'all know the rest of it, right? I scream, you scream, well, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest. I scream, you scream, and you know the rest. I scream, you scream, you know the rest. I scream, you scream, well, you know the rest. Well, I scream, you scream, well, I think you know the rest. I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, and everybody knows the rest. I scream, you scream, oh, you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest. I scream, you scream, and you know the rest.
I scream, you scream, you know the rest.
A day on the retail calendar that can be enjoyed from a desk or the couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or a couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or maybe the couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or the couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or the couch. Enjoyed from the desk or even the couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or the couch.
From a desk or the couch. From a desk or the couch.
From a desk or couch.
From a desk or your couch. From the desk or the couch. From your desk or the couch.
From a desk or the couch.
From a desk or a couch.
From your desk or the couch. From a desk or the couch. From a desk or couch. From a desk or the couch. From the desk or even the couch. From a desk or the couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or a couch.
From a desk
Or the couch.
from a desk or the couch. Go wherever you like, as long as you got internet.
A preventative vaccine is in sight.
But soon, perhaps within a year, there may be a vaccine available to all that may be the answer.
You see, there's so much hope now, because this year we may have a vaccine that will stop crippling polio.
Help your National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis to store up supplies of the Dr. Salk polio vaccine.
It's all because of a thing called polio. Now, I know you've heard of polio because you've been given your polio shots.
But I was just wondering whether or not the discovery of the Salk vaccine made you forget about the kids who are still crippled.
I'm asking for children who are casualties on the battlefield of infantile paralysis. For them, vaccine came too late.
For them, the vaccine came too late.
The Salk vaccine came too late.
But these boys and girls didn't get their polio shots in time.
As a result of polio. The vaccine can't help them now.
Yes, but to fight polio this year will take a lot of money.
$64 million. $64 million? Wow. Send your dimes and dollars to your local March of Dimes headquarters, and send your Mercy dollars and dimes to your local March of Dimes headquarters. Send your contributions to your local March of Dime headquarters today. Send your dimes and your dollars into the nearest March of Dimes headquarters. Send your dimes and dollars to your local March of Dimes headquarters.
Give every dime and dollar that you can spare to the 1954 March of Dimes.
And that's what every good American should do. Join the March of Dimes.
Wow. That's some serious shit. Alright. So, based on what you saw, you know, anyone come on in and let's talk about this, because that is crazy. That is creepy when you think about it. Do you really think your news is unique? And, you know, when you see that each news channel is repeating the same thing.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. It's pretty creepy. Hey, Prodigal and Silver. Platinum, fuck you, bitch. What's up?
Hey, I sent you something. Go check it out whenever you get a chance.
Oh, well, thank you. So based on what we just saw, does anybody have anything they want to add to that?
Well,
I came in right at the end.
So you're saying they do the same thing with the other channels. So they give the same scripts to the other news channels.
Mm-hmm.
We start at CDN, we start at CDN, the big companies. Then they give the script to the smaller companies to do the same damn thing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, William.
One big giant fucking family. Yeah. Hey, was here the same news? Oh, that's what the same news. I got nothing to say. I'll give you the same damn news that the other guys will give you.
That's right. Thank you, William. Cliff, do you have anything you want to add to that? With what you just saw? With the media repeating the same thing?
Based on the level of complexity of some of those phrases, it would be extremely unlikely that it's a coincidence. So it's strong evidence that the origin of the scripts comes from a uniform source.
Absolutely. That's not coincidence. There's too many of them. I mean, there's a lot. And it's really like minor things they're saying. I scream, you scream, we all scream. Well, you know the rest. And it's like, it's so minute. But why? You know.
It's kind of like, have you read the book 1984?
Yes, I have.
George Orwell. It's kind of like that right there. They want everything to be centralized. It's like the Tower of Babel. They wanted to. Back in the Tower of Babel, they all wanted to have one mind, one thought process. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Tommyknockers. It's the same thing. It's kind of the same effect. One mind, one body, and that's kind of what they want with this. They don't want freedom of, you know, to be different, to dare to be different. Everybody, if like say they repeal homosexual marriage, you can't have any other opinion about that than to have the opinion of the masses is the way it's going. It's like ESPN. It's the sporting media and the sporting news is just as bad because you listen on one station and they say if you don't like Cam Newton, you're racist. Well, you switch it to the other station and they're saying if you don't like Cam Newton, you're racist. Saying that you've got to like Cam Newton. Now, on the other hand, they'll say, well, Tom Brady's a cheater. You flip the news station over, Tom Brady's a cheater. So they're conditioning you. This is who you're going to like, this is who you're not going to like, this is the bad guy, this is the good guy. They want that influence over people. And basically, so if they put out something like guns are bad, everybody's supposed to say guns are bad. That's how they can control you. It's just like in 1984, where they had the little TV monitors everywhere and whatnot. And it's death by 1,000 cuts. It's not going to be so obvious to where, you know, the sleeping people are going to be able to notice it, and without a doubt, you could still bring somebody in and say that the media is scripted, that half the shit that on the media is fake, and on the other hand, you know, they're putting forth agendas through the media, and they are trying to manipulate you. You can get them and show them proof, like the Noah Posner thing. I showed this guy a media clip where Noah Posner got killed by the Taliban in 2014. How the hell did he die in 2012 and 2014? And he was still denying that the media is corrupt. They will deny regardless. It's absurdity because nobody wants to sit there and question it. They just feel we want to be a part of the crowd. We want to fit in. We want to be accepted. And they don't want to be that voice, whether it be for flat Earth, whether it be for the fake moon landing, whether it be for evolution. You can't go against their religion right now, and that's exactly what it is. It's a religion. It's the humanist religion. You can't go against that, because if you do, then they're going to say you wear a tinfoil hat, and we're going to separate you from us.
Yeah, thank you, Prodigal. That was a great point. So basically, the hive mind.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I want to get XX Mogul. What do you think about what you just saw about the media repeating the same thing over and over again? Okay, I guess he's not there. All right, Platinum, what about you? You have anything to say, homie? Okay. Whatever. Cliff did bring up a good point about the stock market and the during the mergers and such. Cliff, do you want to bring that up? That's a great point.
Yeah, it was fairly interesting. Somebody sent me that paper a while ago. We were talking about some things, and they sent me that. Now, like, this is, and a lot of people who discuss these things get sort of branded under the conspiracy label, which writes off essentially the entire argument as being, like, run by loons or whatever. But this is like an article in an actual very well-respected journal that talks specifically how large firms manipulate the media for their own benefit, especially through contract negotiations and through mergers, by selectively leaking information to the media to influence stock prices in their favor. And it's an example of how the reporting that you see isn't the unbiased thing that people often think that it is, and it is being selectively manipulated by people who often the reporters think that they're sort of breaking stories or releasing information to the public, when essentially they're just tools of actual firms who are using the media for their own ends. But you don't know that, but that's what's going on under the hood.
Yep, absolutely. It's creepy. It's really creepy. I turned off my cable about 6 years ago. It's been a while. And I'm way better without it, of course. But, you know, I still have to...
I got no cable, so I'm not worried about it. Hey, by the way, you do get free movie channel.
Yeah. But I want to stay on topic. But I do get my news from people. Like, people give me links and stuff, or, you know, point out stuff that is happening, and I'll take note and look into it. But, you know, I try to stay away from this kind of stuff. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna show another video real quick, and you'll see this one. Here we go. Hey everybody, I just want to say hi. Got Slumdog 5000, Skeptic Gabe, Joffy, Christopher Hitchlap. Let me see who else is in here. I have to see it to believe it. I think that's his name. Dougie Dreamer. Just want to say hi to all you guys real quick. All right, so here we go.
Who are you really shopping for this holiday season? It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
Well, it's okay. You can admit it if you have bought an item or 2 or maybe 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it. You've bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you've bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it, Todd. If you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or maybe 10 for yourself. It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought 1 or 2 or maybe 3 or 4, maybe even 10 items for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. Yeah, you can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or maybe 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought maybe an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
Is it okay? You can admit it. If you bought an item or 2 or 3 or 10 for yourself, it's okay. You can admit it. If you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself,
It's okay. You can admit it if you brought an item or 2 or 10 for you.
It's okay. You can admit it.
If you bought an item for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
it's okay. You can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10. Say for yourself.
It's okay. Admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay. You can admit it if you bought yourself with 1 or 2 or 10 things for yourself because a lot of people do it. Wow.
Alright, it's the same shit.
Same shit, different thing, and it's always something so like there's something going on that's a little bit more deeper than what they're saying, because what they're saying sounds like it's not important. You know, it's okay, you can admit it, but why are they repeating that? There's something more to that. You know what I mean? Does anybody have any, thoughts on that? Because I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the numerology about it. Maybe it's the sound of the words. No. Yeah. I don't know why they do that. I scream, you scream, we all scream. It sounds so stupid. But there's something in the language. It has to be the language that they're repeating.
The way that these media outlets worked, and I was doing security for a while. At a media place, it was an NBC affiliate, but the way that they do this and the reason that they only got so many news sources that they draw from. You know what I'm saying? When they go back there, they don't go out and look for the news anymore. You know what I'm saying? Used to back in the days when they would cover a story, they would go out, talk to the residents, find out what happened, get the best stuff, talk to the police, and try to get the story. Back in the days. They don't do that anymore. Ever since the internet was invented, they get their news from one source usually, which is like Reuters. You know what I'm saying? So they're reading a script. Reuters says this is what we're going to do. And what they're saying right here is just, you're noticing that they're reading from a script. They'll put in certain stuff. Like, they'll put in certain stuff in there, maybe later on for something that's coming down the line. Say if, there's going to be something that happens later on. It's just like the 9/11 thing, with it being in, like, The Matrix and all these movies. That way, whenever it happens, it's going to blow your mind a little bit more because you've been programming that this is an infamous day. So it's already instilled in you subconsciously
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, maybe the you scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. Well, all of a sudden we have this fake Bluebill incident where the ice cream's bad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So whenever that happens, you're not going to question it because you've been subliminally sold ice cream, and then they'll put in something else right next to the story. So, oh yeah, it's got fucking yellow fever in it, or whatever the hell they're trying to promote at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And they can do these things. Now with the Bluebell thing, I do think that was a way to get the gold, Texas's gold, from the Federal Reserve to Texas. Because I think they were using Bluebell. If you go and look at Dabu777 and his videos, with the fleet of being escorted by the military trucks and whatnot, that's what made the most sense to me.
Right.
So, and I know that they were asking for it. So they put this stuff in the media and in the news, so whenever it happens, you've heard it, so you subconsciously, they implanted this in, so whenever it goes down, you don't question it. You're like, oh, well, there must be salmonella in Bluebell ice cream. So, and that's how they do it. So, it just depends. A lot of it is to pass maybe agendas and whatnot, maybe to something's coming down the line that they know is going to happen.
Right.
It could either be a distraction, or it could be something to, you know, get you ready and prepared for something. So whenever one of these fake crises happens, it's subconsciously implanted in there, so you're subconsciously going to fear it.
Mm-hmm. I agree, absolutely. Because there's a karma thing I found in my research, is that they have to tell you. So that way they think they can get away with whatever they're doing because they told you. So whether it be through The Simpsons 9/11, you know, when Bart's holding up the money to the poster and it says 9/1, and then the buildings have the 1/1, so it's 9/11, and he's holding money towards the poster. Or you have the Cookie Monster that's biting into one of the two towers. Or you have Spider-Man, where the two towers are being blown up. And then you have a lot of rapper albums where they're showing planes crashing into the two towers. So all this was happening before 9/11. Even in Back to the Future, there is even a reference, I believe, in Part 2, where they show the two towers falling down.
Kind of like whenever you ask permission from your mom while she's asleep. So
right, or on the phone,
yeah, can I go do this right here? Yeah, just go. And then you just go and say, well, I told you. So, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right. You just weren't paying attention. But I told you. So they're not going to get away with it, of course, on a karma level. You're not. But they think they can cheat karma because they told us in different ways. So I would agree with you when you're saying that whatever they're saying, like about the ice cream, you scream, and then there was the salmonella poisoning in the ice cream. I can see that. And then like Edward Snowden, and then in Atlanta there was a big snow-in where everybody was locked in grocery stores, on the side of the road, in the schools. The children were in there and they couldn't leave because they got snowed in. So it's the play on words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big play on words. Yeah. So, yeah. Is there anything you want to add, Cliff, real quick? Or anything that's on your mind about this that you want to say?
I think it's interesting that the exact numbers that they use and phrases in some of these situations. It'd be kind of interesting to look at that in a little bit more detail and say if there's something in why they use what they use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the numbers. It's okay if you bought 1 or 3 or 10, you know, and they all saying the same thing. So it's like you gotta think, well, why? Why are you doing that? Maybe it's a trigger numbers. I don't know. You know, you never know. It could be triggers.
I mean, a lot of these people are they're pagan. They're Babylonian anyways, and they're always going to be big on numbers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They believe in it. What can I say?
Yeah. And then you have the crisis actors too. So I'm going to show a video that that me and Prodigal did on Prodigal Champs YouTube channel a couple of days ago, where we showed the Oregon, what's happening up there in Oregon right now. And you can hear the guy asking the people to sign a talent release form. Okay, so there's supposed to be this big standoff. The FBI's up there. People are getting shot and killed, supposedly. And you can hear the guy clearly say, I need you to sign a talent release form. Now, if you look up talent release form, the meaning of that is that once you sign it, there's no backing out. So you can't say, well, you know, I got cold feet now, I don't want you to show it, or I don't want to be a part of this, I know this is bullshit. It's too late. Once you sign that form, they can run with it, and you're in it, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to show that real quick, if you guys don't mind. It's only 2 minutes and 41 seconds. We're not going to go all that long, though. Here we go.
Okay, I don't have Screencast-O-Matic on Linux here, so I'm doing this with my cell phone. This is from the live stream from the so-called Patriot standoff in Oregon, where these Patriots panic and rush to turn off the live stream camera after they are obviously unexpectedly asked to sign talent releases from some guy walking in off set. So without further ado, I'll play this out for you here.
Pretty much shot above where the railroad ties located. You're talking close enough.
Hey guys, can I get you guys to sign talent releases? Say what? Talent releases? I want you guys to sign talent releases. What does that mean?
Sure, stupid. Talent releases, so weren't planning on that, huh? So, just to give you a fix here, there's the URL, although it's probably not going to be valid after this. They did not, well, they deleted the permit from the channel, which is shown here. So this is the only way I know of to back this up. And just to give you a timestamp here, looking at, this was about a little over an hour ago that I caught this. Here in Seoul, Korea. Thursday, January 28th, 2016. Okay. So there it is. Looks like.
Shot above where the railroad ties located. You're talking close enough.
Hey guys, can I get you guys to sign talent releases? Say what? Talent releases? I want you guys to sign talent releases. What does that mean? Sure, stupid.
See, the guy comes running because he knows that this is live and stops the camera because this is being shown live, and the guy is saying, hey, you guys, you think I can get you to sign talent releases? Bust it. Yeah. So, you know, that's just a little bit of my proof of what's going on up in Oregon, that it is a hoax. It's bullshit. I'm not saying nobody isn't dying because they don't have a problem killing people. I'm not saying that. And rest in peace, God bless their soul. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what is happening though is orchestrated. Anybody want to come in and say anything about that?
No.
It's pretty straightforward. What do you think, Cliff?
That's really odd. I mean, it clearly looks like, if not the whole thing, there's definitely some faking going on by somebody. But the problem is, what's getting released? You're a suspect of essentially everything then, once it's released that part of it essentially is being manipulated.
Right. Good point. That's what I just said. Yeah, same thing. You know, that I don't know how much is real and how much is fake, but obviously a lot of it is fake. When they're asking, "Hey, you think I can get you to sign a talent release form?" and the guy's all, "Huh?" and he repeats it again, and he goes, and then the other guy goes, "What's that?" or whatever he says. You know. So like a lot of people who are coming up there to be involved in this don't even understand maybe really going on until it's too late. And once you already signed that form, you're doing whatever and they didn't say anything about it. All right, William. Yeah. Still there? All right. Silver, are you there? What's going on with everybody? Goodness.
You done scared them now with that video.
Did I?
Yeah. This is actually what I started my channel on whenever I started it, before I got into the wrestling thing. And I still do sports and stuff like that. But I do the true stuff with you as well, you know what I'm saying? But the media deception thing was exactly what I started my channel on before anything, before I got cool with WJ, Dark Horse, before anybody knew who I was really. I started on the media deception, and there's actually a log out there, if you can find it, of the Psychological Operations Program. They're based out of Tennessee. There is an Army field manual out there that you could find and read. I was reading it. I wouldn't suggest reading it on air, because the FBI ended up giving me a virus later on, but yeah, on my old computer. But you can find it. There's a whole that says that they do this.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, this has been going on for years and years and years. It's just now you have people that are actually catching on to it, and seen for what it is. They recycle the crisis actors too. They'll use the same crisis actors at the Boston bombing, the Sandy Hook, the San Bernardino. You get the same crisis actors. I don't understand if there's a limit of them. I don't know. Maybe they have to keep it within a certain family to make sure, nobody, or maybe sign talent release forms. I don't know. But there's definitely a deception going on in the media, which is my point of this video tonight. And I think I'm making a very clear case right now. Just saying. So, yeah.
Everybody's so quiet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah.
Did you scare them all, Rose? Were you beating them up when I came in here?
Yeah, me and Cliff was going at it. Yeah.
Hey, well, I'm going to go ahead and jump off, Rose. Hopefully my relief will get here pretty soon. Well, my relief. Hopefully the people that come into work will come in pretty soon. So, but yeah, if you're down for Friday, I kind of want to do that thing on the Four Horsemen, if you feel like it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about your channel real quick before you leave? Just plug yourself.
Yeah. I'm the Prodigal Champ. I talk about multiple stuff. I do a little bit. Mainly, most of the shows that you're probably actually going to see that are actually going to come on my channel will probably end up being with Rose. But I do a variety of stuff. Sometimes I'll get into sports. I'm I guess basically a miscellaneous channel, if you will. And so yeah, there's no telling what I'll talk about. I draw a fan base from all over. But this right here, doing the truth telling, that's mainly my passion. You know what I'm saying? That's mainly what I like doing. But all the other stuff I just do just to, you know, get interest in my channel and whatnot. But yeah, you'll probably see Rose on there quite a bit. I've already did a few videos with her, so anyway, that's it. Thanks for having me on, Rose.
Yeah, thank you so much for your insight. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you this Friday. We'll be talking, like you said, about the 4 Horsemen. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
God bless, brother.
Yeah, I'll send you some stuff on Google.
Okay, cool.
All right. Have a good one, Rose.
You too. Thank you. Christopher, hi, and Imelda, is that how you say your name?
Greetings.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
He sent the link. I thought he is here. I'm sorry.
No, you're welcome. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Yeah.
But I am at work, so bye.
Okay. Bye. Damn, it's like people are smoking crack tonight. What the fuck? Okay. Christopher, have you watched anything that I was showing tonight so far?
Yes, and it's all easily
Okay.
explainable.
Please explain it from your perspective.
Well, what I suspected when I first heard everybody repeating the same sources, it surely is laziness from people receiving a newswire. And they like the way that it's worded, so they went ahead and read it. And if you're a local news anchor, the chances of someone picking up on that, being that everybody's on at the same time, pretty slim. So they went ahead and just read what was put in front of them. The second one, so that case is solved. So the second one about the talent releases, I don't know why that passes as good evidence, or why that would even be given any credence, given that it's a video of a video of a video shot at a screen. I mean, I've seen plenty of videos discredited for far weaker things, and all of a sudden this becomes something that's worth building a conspiracy around. I don't know. It seems kind of fishy to me. Weak. Just my opinion. That's my perspective.
Thank you. It's always good to get an atheist perception. Appreciate that. So real, how are you doing?
That has nothing to do with my atheism.
I know.
It's just my observation.
I just wanted to punch you in your stomach. Get out of here. All right. So real, how you doing?
Cleaning up and about to fall over and go to sleep.
Yeah. Did you see any of what I was real quick then, since you're gonna leave? Go night night. Did you see anything about the media repeating themselves over and over and over again? Each station saying the same exact thing. Like, do you have anything you want to add to that real quick? You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah. Wow. I definitely have to check that out. I did not know about that at all. So
No.
maybe you can send me some YouTube videos or something.
Or you can watch this video when it's over, because I showed them all.
Yeah. All right, great. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely something I'll definitely look into.
Do you watch news?
Here and there, not really, not much. I just pretty much get my information from, independent, alternative news media, just to know what's really going on. But local news is just as good, for at least on the surface. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna just kind of listen to you guys while I continue to clean up. So.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping in and saying your little jest. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Thank you.
Peace.
Cool. Marty. Marty, what's wrong with people tonight? I mean, like, seriously. All right, whatever. All right. Moving on. I'm going to show another video, and then we'll talk about that. All right, Christopher, put on your thinking cap. All right.
I got it on. I'm ready. Let's do it.
You ready? All right. Good for you.
Debunk number 3.
You just want to debunk it. It doesn't matter. All right. It's all good. Here we go. This is 2 minutes 50 seconds.
In the world. She was at Sandy Hook. She was at the Boston bombing. And now it seems she was in Paris right when it got shut up. This terrorist attack. Oh, friends, we have our first exposed crisis actor. Yeah, this is exposed. This is fake as can be. This is. Whoever caught this, thank you. And I'm not trying to take credit for what you found, but I don't know who you are. The person who sent it to me said he had saw it. So whoever caught this, thank you. And I.
All right. So as you can see right here, she was at the Boston bombing, Sandy Hook, the Paris false terrorist attack. I'm sure you've seen the memes on it. But yeah. All right. So how are you going to explain that, Christopher? How do you explain the same girl being at the same different so-called, terrorist attack locations? Same girl.
Easily. Very easily.
Go ahead.
She wasn't. The nut presenting the story photoshopped it. Sorry. That's really the truth of it.
Right. So do you believe those actual situations happened, that Sandy Hook? Do you think that was real?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, you do? Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. And do you think the Boston bombings were real?
Absolutely.
How about the Paris attack?
Yep.
San Bernardino?
Yep.
Oregon?
Yep.
Right.
I don't have that much confidence in the government to be able to pull off such, or
really?
People in general to be able to keep something like that secret. My confidence level in them is so low that I don't think that many people could, even 5 people could get together and do something like that and it never come out.
Yeah, so you never heard about how the elite have their families, like the Greenbergs. Look them up. A lot of them are used in the as crisis actors. A lot of the children. You also see some of the kids from Sandy Hook in their family if you look up the Greenberg family tree and pictures of them on the internet. So you don't think it's possible that they're using certain families that are in the so-called 1% to carry out these false flags?
No, and the fact that you know about it proves my point that obviously
no.
it
Okay.
got leaked.
No, not if they're from the same family. Not if they're from the elite family, the 1%, like the Greenbergs. I know for a fact that they use some of the children from that family in Sandy Hook. I know that for a fact. I know for a fact that they use the same woman that was in Sandy Hook as the lawyer for the Batman movie, the Aurora shooting. Okay, she played a lawyer and she played a grieving mother for the Sandy Hook kid. Hold on, Christopher. So I know for a fact that this is an elite family. The original head guy, the great grandfather, whatever, is from Nazi Hitler's camp. He's one of the Nazis that they moved here to America. That's not a conspiracy theory. We know that. We know the Nazis started NASA. I mean, let's keep it real here. So it's the same family. So if you have a family that's working for the elite, that is part of the elite, you wouldn't have to worry about there being a leakage. Why would you?
Well, see, you're not supposed to know about it, but yet you do. So that's the
because I do my because I do my research. I mean, I'm not like you thinking everything I see is real. At least I'm looking into it. At least I do my research that I know about this situation, unlike yourself. I know about the family because I looked. You have to look.
Well, I presented this to you before. I said that the Waco siege in Texas was all a hoax, and I've asked you to give me one thing that you think is. I never looked into the Waco shooting. I never looked into it, so I can't say if it was a hoax or not a hoax. I don't know. I never looked into it. Well, I thought everybody would agree that actually happened, but
I don't know.
Okay, if everything on the news is fake, if everything
not everything, Sean, I never said. Hold on a second. No. I never said everything on the news was fake. When I started this broadcast right now tonight, I said yes. Sometimes they tell you the truth. Sometimes you're going to get real news.
The difference.
You have to look.
How can you tell the difference?
You have to have discernment. You have to know. Hey, you know what? This doesn't sound right. Oh, that person looks familiar. I think I remember that person. You have to have eyes to see. I mean, if you're just going to just look at it blindly and just go, oh, okay, it's true, without even questioning anything that you're seeing, I mean, that's crazy.
Will you give me the research that you did on that crisis actor?
Which one?
The one other than that meme that shows her being at all these places, can you provide any legitimate, like maybe a news source or a video of this woman being at that place?
There's video footage from the fake media showing her these are pictures from the media that were taken. Okay, the media is full of shit.
Those are extracted frames from, and then they're just pasted all together. I want to see the actual footage from where they said she's at. Well, then I can do that, and you can do that too. You can just take the same person and post them everywhere.
Okay, I mean, she's walking. She's a human being. It's not a still photograph that they're showing in the media. She's actually moving and walking and on her cell phone and crying.
That's what I want to see. That just the meme. I want to see. You've got that?
Type it in, dude. I'm not gonna do your research for you, brother. Okay, so I'm gonna show another video.
I'm asking for your help. I'm asking you to extend.
I can help you. Okay. How about this, Christopher? This is live right now. So how about?
You're right.
Okay, so I don't want this to turn into me proving something to you. This is something I'm presenting to people, and I want you guys to present to people. It's not between me and you, Christopher. So if you want to send me a private IM and ask me any question you want, I'll be more than willing to comply with that. And that goes to anybody, all right? Any questions about what I talk about, send me a private IM. I will provide it. Okay, but just not right now live, Christopher, because this isn't that type of party.
You're right.
Okay, fair enough. Party. No. All right, so I'm going to show my last video for the night. Here we go. And this is a very quick one. So here we go.
On the retail calendar that can be enjoyed from a desk or the couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or a couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or maybe the couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or the couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or the couch. Enjoyed from the desk or even the couch.
Enjoyed from a desk or the couch.
From a desk or the couch. From a desk or the couch?
From a desk or a couch.
It's from a desk or your couch, from the desk or the couch, from your desk or the couch.
From a desk or the couch.
From a desk or a couch.
From your desk or the couch.
From a desk or the couch.
From a desk or couch.
From a desk or the couch.
From a desk or even the couch.
From a desk or the couch.
Joy, from a desk or a couch.
From a desk
Or the couch.
from a desk or the couch. Or wherever you like, as long as you got internet.
I want the young motherfuckers in here tonight, no matter what your nationality is. Turn the motherfucking TV off for 1 week. And see if you can survive. Motherfuckers are going to a television junkie motherfucking mode. Nigga, ain't no TV. I need my remote, nigga. I'm Jones. Nigga, it's called television programming. They telling you visually to program. You being programmed, nigga. You watch it on the news. It was on CNN. It's true. I've seen it on Fox. It's real. It's bullshit.
All right. That was my favorite one. All right.
See, this is how they get their news.
I wish.
Can you see?
Hold on a second, Christopher. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second, Christopher, please.
All right.
Cliff or So Real, did you guys say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I wish I'd have got on this hangout earlier. This is good. Learning a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, you're still here though, so thank you. All right. So, Darth Kitty, you there, dude? Cliff, you there? You guys still alive?
Yep.
Silver, you alive? Monty, I don't know if you even speak. All right. Cliff, anything else you want to say before we wrap this up soon? I mean, is there any topics you want to bring up about this we can get into maybe for the next 10 minutes or something?
No, I'm good.
No? All right. What about you, Darth Kitty? Okay. All right. Go ahead, Christopher.
Anybody but me.
Go ahead, dude.
Well, this is how they get their news pre-packaged form, and you can see it has the little lead in, has the super, which is how it's going to be introduced, and if you're lazy and you don't put your own spin on it, all you got to do is just load it into the teleprompter, and it even comes with the footage that goes along with it. So if you use the footage that's supplied to you and read along the teleprompter as it's going, bam, you got yourself a news story, and you didn't have to do any work. It's all done for you, cookie cuttered.
Yep. And you think that's okay?
I think it shows lack of creativity.
Yeah, a lot, right?
But I don't think it's anything more than just laziness.
Really? And what do you think that has an effect on people's mind all around the world that hears the same thing being repeated?
Well, I mean, it depends on what it is. If all of the newscasters are saying, but it depends. If they're all saying that a hurricane's coming, then there's not much damage in that. But like what Cliff was saying earlier, when you're injecting stuff, for your own personal gain, then I would take issue with that. But when new businesses open up, they have press releases, and the news is half going out looking for stories, and then people submitting stories.
But they're not talking about. Okay, when they say I scream, you scream, we all, the rest. What point is that? That has nothing to do with a hurricane. That has nothing to do with the stocks. That has nothing to do with the politicians. That has nothing to do with anything. To say that. So why is that being repeated on every single channel? That's my point.
Because that's a copyrighted phrase that I don't think you can just start hollering out just like you won't hear them singing happy birthday.
Christopher, not just that. I showed multiple media not just repeating a famous line like that one. Good point, but I also showed other ones. But I'm not going to make this an argument between me and you because everybody already watched it. I don't want to have to catch you up. You're just going to have to go back and watch the video when it's over.
I watched them all. I watched them all. I know what you're talking about. Just that one was the only one that was trademarked, but
right. Being fair, yes.
The other ones, let's see, the other one was a Consumer Reports about people buying gifts for themselves while shopping. Not too harmful. It was just one of those goofy little news stories. By themselves, they all sounded like regular local news stories. But yeah, they were just reading off a newswire.
Yeah.
And didn't spin it for themselves. I didn't understand what you were trying to say it was.
I know.
Okay.
You got to get to know me to understand where I'm coming from. All right. No one said it was going to be easy. All right. Yeah. So actually, I found, my friend came over today and told me about this video, and it's from Verizon. And I just want to point out how the satanic movement and their hypnosis that they're using just in like a basic video for a phone, Verizon, right? I'm going to show you something, people. Check this out real quick. Just found it. Here we go. Well, I found what my friend was telling me about. Okay, let's see. And there's Joffy, Dougie.
You got an unpaid shill.
Huh?
I said you have an unpaid shill in your comments. That's sad. Get with me. Message me. I'll show you
unpaid shill here. Oh, you see that? I'm on unpaid shill. Help me, brother. Christopher can help you. He's a paid shill. All right, here we go. This is the Verizon commercial. Revelations 13:18. All right, here we go. This is gonna get good. Watch this.
What's your name?
Lucifer. Exactly.
box in just basic numerology is 666.
What do you mean basic numerology? It equals 666. What happened?
It's over. Alright. So, yeah. So they're showing you the 666 and the commercials, and like you wouldn't even trip on it if it wasn't pointed out to you. You just see the balls rolling in, not even really trip. There's a lot going on with the numerology. You know. If you ever seen the movie 23 with Jim Carrey in it, where everything he sees is 23?
I saw it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about, is that kind of numerology. That he's doing like that in the movie, like, same thing. They like the numbers like that. So, like, when you start researching and looking into stuff, I know some people are really good at this. I'm not at all. I'm just pointing it out. I'm not a numerologist. That's Zachary K. Hubbard and Rita. I don't do that. But so, like, when you start looking into certain things, you'll see the same numbers being repeated. Or with color coding, you'll see a lot of blue and red at false flag events. You'll see red and blue, always. Always. There'll be a red car and a blue car. Or a guy with a blue shirt and a woman with a red shirt, just plain shirts, red, blue, whatever, will be standing next to each other giving the interview. There's always going to be some kind of color coding or numerology. Like the license plate said 333. Like I think it was OJ's Bronco, right? Had the 33 on it. And that's a 33rd degree Mason. And if you do numerology and you study stuff, you know, whatever. It shows you who's running, what's happening, who's in control of what the situation is, the false flag, or whatever they're going to do.
I have a 33 waist size.
Yeah, okay. So, anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to look at questions in the chat room, and if you guys have any, you know, post them now. Otherwise, I'm going to end the broadcast. So what you been up to, Christopher?
Not a whole lot. I thought if I came in here and wound you up, you would keep it going longer and throw some more stuff out there.
Yeah, but you feed on energy, so I'm good.
How have you been? Have you sent us a shout out to Skylar Fiction?
Skylar Fiction. Oh, that guy. That's funny.
Hello.
Hey. Hi, Marty.
Can you give us the link for the video about the girl that's been to all the events?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Well, I'll put it in here right now.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. No problem.
Side chat.
Yeah, in here, in this side chat in here. Yeah.
Hey Rose, what about that flat Earth?
There you go. That should be the right link right there. Hey, Silver, you're awake.
Yes. Lighting my candles and still almost done cleaning.
Nice. Silver, you there? Platinum, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
All right. How are you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
What are y'all talking about?
Just going over media brainwashing and how we should be looking out for what we're being programmed with. You know, fun stuff.
Yeah, I listened in for a second. I heard you talking about the Oregon State cop shooting the guy in Burns.
Mhm. Mm. Yeah, and also if you look at the footage, I forgot who sent me the footage. I think it was MG42. Not sure. But the guy comes out the forest and okay, this is supposed to be from the FBI helicopter. Actually, I should just show the footage. His arm, when he comes out the forest, he stretches out his arm to shoot the guy, but his arm is like incredibly longer than his whole entire body. Like, yeah, he does like some Freddy Krueger shit, you know, when his arm stretches out. Yeah, and it was weird, and I was like, wow, that's weird. Yeah, maybe I should show it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like who knows if it was edited and shit because
Yeah.
like almost immediately they had the local news here edited it, and I think that's what's being shown around now. Like, because I think all the national guys had footage from the local guys here.
Right.
And I don't know, like everything was when I first saw it, it was raw, unedited, and then within like 20 minutes it was edited.
Right.
And I never saw the original version again.
Exactly. And I saw the edited one. And the edited one, you could see his arm it just doesn't look right. It does not look right. And you're like, wait a minute. That's not normal. Like, let me see. I got some footage right here. I'm finding the shortest video. It's just when they pull over, you know, it's all snowy and shit like that. The cars are pulled over to the sides. You got the helicopter over the top, and then you have a guy coming out the bushes because there's FBI in the woods at the time, because they knew, you know, they were closing in on him, supposedly.
Yeah, the whole thing's fishy too because they released the video like so quick within 36, 48 hours or whatever of the shooting. They released the video like.
Right.
The FBI doesn't fucking do that.
Right.
Like
No. And it's all redacted. Okay, so like because it's FBI that's shooting the footage supposedly that we're seeing. The only thing you can actually see is that it says January 27, 2016. That is done at 2713 hours. So, and then everything else is redacted. Everything's blacked out. So I'm going to show that real quick. And, you know, Silver, if you want to talk more about that after, that'd be great. Appreciate it. All right, hold on.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead before I start.
Does anybody have any thoughts on the presidential campaign or Hillary Clinton or anything? I haven't been keeping up at all, and I was wondering if anyone could just update me on things I need to know.
Yeah, I'll update you like really fast. They all suck. Don't vote. Vote independent. There's like 200, 150 candidates that run for president that are independent that were not shown. Okay? Because they don't have enough money. They're not backed by lobbyists. They're not backed by, you know, whatever. So we never hear about them. So we're only given this select few. And if you really look at them, half of them are related. Half of them went to the same schools. They all knew each other somehow or another through the family, something. It's all the same thing. Each one is going to give you the same agenda that's meant to be. That's it. It doesn't matter if you want to put a girl's face on it, a man's face on it, a young man's face on it, a Canadian man's face, a younger face. It does not matter. That face is still going to represent what the elite want to do. Period. You are a puppet. So I don't see the point.
And I don't even vote. I haven't voted since 2008. So yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. Same here. Yeah. 9/11 woke my ass up, so yeah. Have not been asleep since. So look, this is the footage right here. Okay, as you can see right here, everything is redacted all the way around, redacted, except for the hour in the day, in the year. Here we go. There's no sound. So I'm not muting this. There's no sound.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, William. Now, this is the FBI. Okay, these cars are already crashed. Okay, hold on. These cars have already crashed. This car is coming this way, coming down right here. He's about to come up. This guy went off the road. You have this guy right here. You're going to have this guy right here between the trees. I don't know if you can see him. He's right around here. He's going to come out, and his arm is going to overextend unbelievably. Watch this. Look at the arm.
Yeah, that wasn't his arm. He had like a long rifle, maybe a shotgun or something, and then he threw it down in the snow and he pulled out his pistol. Or, you know, he had his pistol in his hand as well. Yeah, that's what that was.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Because I was like really concerned about that.
Yeah, when you said that, I went and found it real quick on LiveLeak, and I saw it was a long gun, and he threw it down in the snow.
Okay, I'm very more comfortable with that. I appreciate that. I did not want to.
I wish I could find the original video because I saw the original one without all these everything all blacked out and shit.
Oh, you have it without it being redacted?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna finish the thank you so much. Thank you. I'm gonna finish the footage real quick. Go ahead. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Whoa. Well, he's dragging it. I mean, wow, you can't see it very well. Is it connected to his arm? Oh, okay, there he goes. Yeah, he dropped it.
Yeah, it's probably like a tactical shotgun or something.
Yeah. And you got people in over here shooting shit at the car. And then this person looks dead right there, or injured, hurt. I don't know. That's some crazy stuff, man.
And just to add, those cars that you said that was a roadblock. Those cars weren't crashed there.
No, one car. No, I said the cars were right there. One car went off into the snowbank, and then the other car was coming up, which is the one that we're watching currently right here on the scope that is being filmed from the FBI helicopter.
Okay, but those cars on the road were police cars, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. No argument there, Sean.
Well, what's mysterious about this?
Well, this is the video. This is okay. What is suspicious about this is earlier I showed that they were asking for talent release forms to be signed. This is the situation that's happening where this is the same area, same people that we're watching this as our news, as being real. You have before this went on or after this went on, I don't know. But people were being asked to sign a talent release form. So this can be acting. That's what is suspicious about it. Okay? All right.
Okay.
No.
We had a guy show a video recording of his screen showing a video, and someone mentioned talent release forms.
Okay. Whatever. So as you can see right here, the two black cars behind, those are obvious military. Silver.
Yeah.
So this area, is there any other roads that lead from this? How long do you know? Do you know how long this road is? Like, that's just.
No, I don't know. It's like 6 hours for me. I haven't been out there.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't really researched it, but fuck, what was it? I think they were they were all staged, like the FBI and shit, in a bigger town, I think, like or in another town, like 60 miles away or 40 miles away from the wildlife refuge.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole thing was fishy because the guys were just like, it was just the guy that got shot was like their, the militia groups, fucking, what do you call it? The press guy.
Yeah. The bullshit.
He was their spokesman, and he was going to, like, him and the other guy, the Bundy brothers, were going to negotiate or some shit, and then they get like fucking ambushed.
Right, and then they shot the spokesman.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, they said he was reaching for his gun, like for a gun in his belt or his waist or something, his jacket or something, like 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times he's reaching for a gun, and then they shoot him. And this is a spokesperson. Now, I also want to point out, because we did a little bit of numerology, which I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I'm just saying Oregon is the 33rd state. It was declared the 33rd state, and then, so forth. But anyways, and then you have the 33rd degree Masons again. Same thing with the O.J. Simpson on the license plate on the Bronco when he's going down the freeway. They like their numbers. So I'm just saying, this is the 33rd state.
And snow begins to melt at 33 degrees.
There you
in
go.
The streets, you can see
Yay.
that the snow is melted.
Yep. You can definitely see when snow is melted. Good for you, Christopher. Yeah.
So you think that this is all not a coincidence?
There's no coincidences.
You don't believe in coincidence?
Nope.
Like you run into a friend?
Nope. You were supposed to. Have you ever thought about a friend that you haven't talked to in a while, and you just thought about them that moment, but you haven't thought about them in maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, and all of a sudden your phone rings and it's them? Do you think that's a coincidence?
Yeah,
Do you think that's a
shit like that's
coincidence?
happened before.
That's not a coincidence. That means you are picking up psychically on that person wanting to communicate with you, that you started to think about them, and they called you. So
Wait,
that's not a
so
coincidence.
you think that
It's meant to be.
You think it's meant to be for Maytar to be in here right now? Like he was just thinking about me and then he came in the fucking hangout
Yeah, sure.
to fucking troll.
Yeah. Well, I was
think
thinking
it's
a little bit deeper. I was thinking a little bit deeper. Like you haven't thought about somebody in a year and a half, and all of a sudden they call you. And then when they call you, you go, wow, I was just thinking about you.
Have you ever thought about somebody
Had
and
that
they not call
happen
you?
hella times. Well, duh, of course. That's
What do
different.
you make of those times? I mean,
That's different, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? When you're standing there and you go, oh my god, I haven't thought about my best friend, so and so, and all of a sudden that thought came into your head, just out of nowhere, it just came into your head. You thought about that person, and then they called you, and when they called you, you're like shocked. You go, oh my god, I haven't thought about you. I was just thinking about you, and they're like, oh really? Yeah, I was just thinking about calling you. Okay, that's not a coincidence. I don't give a fuck. Okay, here's right here. Here's the footage. Here we go. The guy's coming out. He has his gun. This dude right here. This guy. How are these people? It's like a wild, wild west shootout. Look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And in the video, did you see how many? I don't think you really could, but I was wondering if they said how many people shot at him, how many officers, because they said it was just one Oregon State police officer that shot him.
No way.
But
Look at these guys. Look at these guys.
Video, it looked like somebody front and from behind like shot him.
Yeah, well, they had people, like, you saw the guy coming out. You don't think he was the only one in the forest that was coming out with a long gun or a shotgun, like, or whatever, the sawed-off or whatever you were talking about. You don't think he was in there by himself. Obviously, there's other people out there with him. He wasn't just alone lone, officer or military or whatever walking through the forest by himself and confronting, the situation. Obviously, there'd have to be more. So you're looking at more people on this side that we're not seeing.
They probably,
they're not stupid.
They probably, if that was an FBI helicopter there, and there might have even been other helicopters, they might have dropped a few guys into the woods, like a team of guys.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's any roads or anything there. I think that's wilderness for miles.
That's what I was asking you. Yeah, if this was like the only road that went through this area, or if there was other roads.
I think they were just dropped in by a helicopter.
Right.
And they wouldn't
Makes
just drop one guy in. There'd be at least 4 or something like that.
At least. They would not just drop one person. Okay, you go down there. No. I mean, that's common sense, right?
They could have been in the cars that were causing the roadblock.
Yeah, I guess they could have got out of cars or
car.
something, and then they could have got out of cars and then walked into the woods and set up a fucking outpost.
No, Sean is full of shit. Don't even listen to him.
Nobody wants to be inside of a car that is most likely going to get struck by a lunatic trying to get away from the police. So someone going into the woods, I would take that position. I would. I'd be like, yep, I'll take that.
They don't need cars. They can just get dropped down, dude. All right. Anyways. So that's all I have to say about the media. I mean, I think that's a lot. I give a lot of shit for people to digest for the next couple of days. Think twice about what you believe and what, you take as your reality, And you might just be being manipulated. I mean, Christopher, maybe he likes being manipulated. I don't know. I don't personally. I do research on what I see. I don't just take it as, well, that's what they want to say. No. Why are they saying it? Who's saying that? Who made that up? Who made that a law? Why is it a law? Why were they able to make it a law? I'm that type of person. I want to break it down. I want to know. I'm not going to say, oh, well, it's the law. No. Who the fuck did that? Who said it's okay? So anyways, that's my point. I'm done ranting and raving. So Real, you want to say goodnight? If you're still there, if not, good night, brother. Oh,
good night to all.
All right, Christopher.
Good night.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for all your input.
Rose, Rose, give me a hug.
Who is that? So Real?
Yes.
Okay, hug. Go on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Take care, brother. Alright, so in closing, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's pretty crazy. The hive mind. It's trying to get everybody to think on the same page, the same level, hear the same information. That's how you create the hive mind. And I believe that that's what the media is trying to do to us, is create the hive mind. So, somebody said, laugh out loud. Dude said hug. Alright. What's up, Joffy? Alright. So anyways, in closing, what I have to say is, don't take, what you hear as truth. Please look into everything. I'm just that type of person. I know a lot of people aren't. I know a lot of people don't want to take the time to look into anything. They just want it spoon-fed to them and so forth. Not everybody's going to be able to do that, and I can't, sweetie. So you're going to have to do your own research. Sorry. But I'm giving you topics you can look into. I showed my evidence. I showed my videos. Everybody has their point of view. Whether you see it or not, that's not for me. Real eyes see real lies. So, anyways, God bless. Jesus Christ is real. Repent. And if you don't like it, don't fucking watch. All right. Bye.